All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Hallelujah, I'm ready. Hallelujah, I can hear the voices singing soft and low. Hallelujah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I'm ready to go.
Welcome to Kandiyohi County. Located just 2 hours west of Minneapolis-St. Paul, Kandiyohi County provides a balanced mix of economic opportunity and quiet country living. Today, we're going to take you around the area to hear the stories and see the sights that make up this Midwest gem. We'll start off our tour today in the small town of New London. The oldest town in Kandiyohi County, New London had its beginnings when pioneer Louis Larson discovered a waterfall in 1850 while on a trapping expedition. Through the years, New London has transitioned from a small industrial hub into its current role today as a home for craftsmen, artists, and entrepreneurs. Its main street is filled with quaint specialty shops, community-constructed art and murals, and features a fantastic new brewery and culinary delights.
So I grew up in New London, right outside of town actually, and I was completely one of those people that thought that I would live in a larger city right outside of college. The thing that kind of changed it a little bit was love. I met my husband, we moved back to the area, started a family, and I really wanted to have a business that I could work around my life. Fast forward 3 years, and it was just time to open a shop. The reason I looked at opening a shop on Main Street in New London is because of a few businesses already here in town that had set the stage for a fantastic Main Street. And from there, it's just grown. In fact, there are 2 new businesses that are opening up this summer right here on Main Street. I think a lot of people may have a hesitation to move to a small town if they live in a larger city because frankly, I don't think they know what they're missing out on. Different places to come and stay, come and camp, enjoy the boating and the water sports. The shopping and the restaurants and the trail system that's in the area and all of the beauty of the lakes. The warmth and the opportunity that I have here in a small town provides everything that I need to feel like I am raising my family in a great way, and I have the opportunity to grow my business and be an entrepreneur. And I've got the best of both worlds there.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
So I recently moved here from the Twin Cities, and I wasn't really sure what to expect with the area because I was so used to the downtown lifestyle of downtown St. Paul and how, you know, active it is. But I was very pleasantly surprised. I love living here now. There's so much to do outdoors, and the nightlife is actually very fun, and I found a lot of very fun people to hang out with and a lot of really good friends, and I've met a lot of really nice people. And what really surprised me was the lakes in the area are just so clean and it's so beautiful here, and they're not as heavily trafficked as the ones in the cities. So it's much nicer experience to relax on the lake, and you can see straight to the bottom, and it's just a beautiful atmosphere really to live in, and I've been pleasantly surprised and I enjoy it a lot.
The starry crown, good Lord, show me the way.
Our next stop is Dickerson's Resort on the shores of Lake Florida. Kandiyohi County has been a favorite getaway of tourists around the world for generations. With over 300 lakes in the area, there's options for every taste in lakeside escapes. Listen in as Bob describes his passion in sharing the best the lakes area has to offer.
Hi, I'm Bob Dickerson, and my wife Connie and I operate Dickerson's Lake Florida Resort, 6 miles west of Spicer, Minnesota, in Kandiyohi County, central Minnesota. We're celebrating 90 years of business this year. This is our 90th anniversary. My great-grandfather started it, so we've had 4 generations now operating this resort, and we're just happy to be a part of the tourism industry in Minnesota. I'll point out that there's 4 of the original cabins that great-granddad built back in 1923 or early 24. He brought my dad when he was 5 or 6 years old on a camping trip. They came up to Kandiyohi County and started at Diamond Lake and rode around that lake, Green Lake, Nest Lake, and ended up here at Lake Florida one evening, rented a boat from a farmer, and fished the lake, caught some nice fish, and camped out on this very spot. And Grandpa fell in love with the sunsets, which we still, that's what keeps us here. One of the many things that keep us here.
Oh, fathers, let's
Keith and Brian and Travis spent many of the winter months with us building this new cottage. So I'm going to take you inside and show you some of the things that we've done. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, upper and lower, 2 bedrooms and a bath up, 2 bedrooms and a bath down, with some unique features. We like wood, we like things very plain and pleasant. We use pre-finished knotty pine. We try and do everything as much locally as we can. So I got to know Jim Dykema over at Three Fingers Sawmill by Wilmer, just north of Wilmer. And he's got a whole warehouse full of pallet after pallet of different slabs of wood. And over the winter, I must have visited 5 or 6 times trying to find the piece that would have the natural bark on it on the outside, again to contrast with the light wood. The lakes, the people, the quiet, slow down pace of life here. The small town atmosphere is very, very important. We've still got maybe a little traffic jam once in a while on the corner of one of the county roads and Highway 71, because a lot of the professional people now have decided that they like living on the lake, and so Lake Florida has become very much like Green Lake. It's largely a residential lake. Of course, Green is the big gem of all of them. It's 2,500 acres and has a houseboat cruise that you can go and have a cocktail and a meal on. There's lots to do. There's wineries, there's murder mysteries, there's sporting events. It's wonderful to go to a Saints game in the evening, and lots of different things to do that are very low-key and slower paced than the big city. It's a great place to live.
Kandiyohi County has more to offer than just beauty and culture. Wilmer is the area's largest city and provides many modern amenities. Pristine farmland and rail set the stage for its early growth at the turn of the 20th century. Today, with the recent addition of a technology campus, Wilmer has built on its early agricultural roots and is becoming a leader in technology and research.
Hi, my name is Betsy Bonema. I am the founder of WorkUp, which is a co-working facility on the Midwest Technology Campus. The Midwest Technology Campus is probably one of the central features of our community, and it has a long history. It used to be, in many of its lives, a regional state hospital that the state owned and ran. And out of a really innovative collaborative effort that combined the local EDC and the city and some private business owners, they turned it into a technology campus. And they renovated all the buildings, invested the money to put infrastructure in place, so that it is now home to over 30 different companies. And over 300 people come here every day to work, which makes it a real hub of business activity and innovation, and a great place to work and find job opportunities. And the reason I chose this place is I was working on the campus for several years and grew to love the atmosphere and the space, which is really intended to build community and create a place where people can find each other and collaborate and innovate, which is really an extension of what the campus's culture is all about. So it allows that culture to live and breathe in a smaller area where there's more personal connection and more resources in one place where people can find each other. I think the trend right now is to slow down a little and kind of reconnect with life and enjoy life, and this is the ideal place to do that. It's also a really wonderful place to raise a family. If you're looking for somewhere that's kind of warm and friendly and also has, like I said, the opportunities for education and career that you want. The reason most of us are here is because we love the opportunity to do the work we love in a place that we love. And that is the Willmar area, because there's lakes and there's outdoor activities. I'm a runner, so I love to get out and hit the trails and run. I love the lakes and have grown up on them. So I think what this area does is offer such a combination of job opportunities and lifestyle, quality of life. That is the Willmar area.
While the beauty and opportunity of the area alone make for a great place to live, it's the people themselves that are most often referenced as the best reason to stay here. With a heartfelt desire to see each other succeed, Willmar provides many options for K through 12 and continuing education. Our next story comes from youth pastor Aaron Rhodes. Let's find out what drew him to this area.
Hi, my name is Aaron Rhodes, and I've been living in the Willmar area now for about 2 years. One day I got a call from a pastor in a church that I referred to as Willmar, but it's called Willmar. I got to know about the facilities and the resources that would be available for me, in particular for youth ministry. One thing led to another. I'm in the Atlanta airport about to go on vacation with my wife to London and planning a trip to Willmar, Minnesota. And I remember even joking with my wife, we're probably not going to move there, but let's just go check it out and see what it's all about. We get into town and we find out there is a Target and there is a Best Buy and there's other stores in town that we thought this area wouldn't have. And we just began to get to know people, get to know the community a little bit, drive around, see the different areas. Something that's been huge since me and my wife have moved here, we have actually made more meaningful relationships and friends with families of our age that are in the same stage of life, 1 or 2 kids around the same age. Being here, it's been easy to meet those kind of folks. My wife having the kid in the stroller and just walking around the block, walking by the lake. There's a great park down there that we can go, and families that we know of around the same age will meet up at the park in Spicer. And there's a couple little restaurants that we've walked to even when our family has visited and just gone and had breakfast at. It's definitely a small community, but in a healthy way. We looked at it as this would be a great spot to buy a house and raise a kid. So here we are 2 years in, and we've built some really good relationships. We're all kind of growing together as families.
Turn your radio on.
I hope you enjoyed this film. As you can see, people who live here in Kandiyohi County love the lifestyle. It's family friendly and fun. If you're wondering about where you might call home in the area, you'll find the value for your dollar far exceeds many areas in the state. Take this beautiful lakeside estate, for example. While this property would be listed for as much as $5 million in other areas, here, with over 5,000 square feet and 140 feet of lakeshore, it's priced under $900,000. Values like these exist for every budget around Kandiyohi County. If you're thinking about making a move, get a free copy of my book, The Ultimate Guide to Buying and Selling Homes in the Willmar Area. You can text me or call me at 320-894-5880 or find me online at itrustdebbiekaler.com.